Most people don't lose respect in one moment. They lose it slowly, in ways you don't even notice. One day you wake up and realize people only talk to you when they need something, and your gut tells you the truth. You are not someone they quietly respect. You are someone they quietly use. 1. Control your availability. Like a king, not a servant. Respect is one of the most fragile things we have, and it is often lost without us even realizing it. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is by being too available. The moment people feel they can reach you anytime, for anything, they start seeing you less as a person and more as a source of support. They stop valuing your time, your energy, and even your presence. Think about it. When someone is always ready, always flexible, always adjusting to everyone else's schedule, they send a subtle message. I am here whenever you need me. That may seem kind, helpful, or even generous, but in reality, it slowly erodes respect. People stop noticing your value because it feels endless and limitless. A king and a servant are the perfect example. A king is never available on demand. His time is precious, measured, and controlled. People have to work to gain access to him, and that scarcity makes them value him more. A servant, on the other hand, is always ready, always waiting, always flexible. They are seen as someone to take for granted. The same applies in your life. How you manage your time sends a message about how others should treat you. Machiavelli, who studied power and influence long before social media, understood this deeply. Power is not in what you say. It is in how difficult it is for others to reach you. If your attention is cheap and always available, respect disappears. If your attention is measured, deliberate, and controlled, respect grows naturally. So how do you control your availability without being rude or cold? Start small. Be selective. Respond when it fits your schedule, not theirs. Respond slower. Don't rush to answer every message immediately. A small pause adds weight to your time. Say no more often. Saying no is not selfish. It is a statement of your boundaries. Move according to your plan. Prioritize your goals and commitments over others' demands. Even a tiny hesitation before giving your attention teaches people a lesson. They start realizing that your time is not free, and that alone begins to build respect. Affirmation to repeat daily: I choose where my time goes. By living this way, you shift from being someone who is used to someone who is respected, quietly, firmly, and powerfully. 2. Use controlled silence as a weapon. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in human communication, yet most people fear it. From a very young age, we are taught to fill every gap in conversation, to respond immediately, explain ourselves, make jokes, or offer reassurance. While this may seem polite or friendly, it often works against us. The truth is, speaking too much can make you predictable, readable, and easy to influence or manipulate. When you speak constantly, you give away more than you realize. You reveal your thoughts, your feelings, your plans, and even your weaknesses. People start to understand you fully, and when others understand you too well, they know exactly how to handle you. That is why silence can be a weapon, not to intimidate, but to observe, measure, and gain insight. Controlled silence is not weakness. It is not shyness or avoidance. It is strategic patience. It is a way of saying, without words, I am in control. I do not need to fill this space to prove anything. It gives people the chance to reveal themselves. When you speak less, others often feel compelled to fill the void. They may over-explain, justify their actions, or even confess things they did not intend to. You learn more by observing than by speaking, because people reveal their true nature when they think no one is analyzing them. A calm pause before responding is subtle, but extremely powerful. It forces people to second-guess their own words, to think before they act, and to treat your responses with weight. Even a short delay communicates control, patience, and quiet authority. It shows that you are not reactive, that your mind is deliberate, and that your energy is not to be wasted. Using silence also increases your presence. People notice the quiet ones because their words carry more weight. When you speak, your voice is heard, valued, and remembered. The scarcity of your speech makes your communication precise, intentional, and effective. Silence makes people cautious. They measure their words and actions because they know you are observing carefully. Remember, silence is a test of character, both for yourself and for others. By mastering it, you learn patience, restraint, and discernment. You become harder to manipulate, harder to predict, and harder to control. In a world where most people rush to talk and overexpose themselves, silence becomes a rare form of power. Subtle, quiet, and undeniable. 3. Create an invisible line. People fear crossing. Respect is not built by being nice. Being polite, accommodating, or agreeable might make people like you, but it does not make them respect you. True respect comes from boundaries, from a sense that there is a line they cannot cross without consequences. The invisible line is a subtle but powerful signal that you value yourself, your time, and your energy, and that others must honor that. Many people go through life without a line. They laugh off insults, tolerate passive disrespect, and pretend that hurtful words or actions don't bother them. While this may seem easy or peaceful in the moment, it gradually erodes the respect others have for them. When there are no consequences for bad behavior, there is no reason for others to take you seriously. Respect is earned when people feel there is a limit, a boundary they cannot safely overstep. Your invisible line is not created through drama, anger, or yelling. It is not about shouting or making a scene. Instead, it is established through calm, deliberate withdrawal. When someone crosses your boundary, your energy changes. You become colder, shorter in response, more distant. You reduce access to your time and attention. The closeness that once existed slowly fades. This shift is powerful because it communicates your limits without needing words or explanations. People are fast learners. When they sense that crossing a line has consequences, they begin to adjust their behavior. One small misstep on their part can close a door they cannot easily reopen. This caution creates respect. They start to approach you differently, speak more carefully, and consider your feelings before acting. Respect grows not from fear alone, but from the recognition that you are someone who will not tolerate being disrespected. Creating and maintaining your invisible line requires consistency. You must enforce it every time it is tested, without overreacting or over-explaining. Calmly withdraw your energy, set limits, and allow people to feel the impact of crossing your boundary. The invisible line is like an unspoken rule. Others sense it even if you never announce it. It quietly commands authority and encourages thoughtful interactions. Boundaries are a reflection of self-respect. When you make your line clear through actions and energy, you show that your presence has value and that your absence would be felt. People learn that being careless with you has consequences, and that caution is the only way to maintain a relationship with someone they respect. The invisible line is one of the strongest tools in building quiet, unshakable respect. 4. Reveal less, observe more. One of the quickest ways to lose power and influence is oversharing. Most people don't even realize how much of themselves they give away to others. Their fears, dreams, insecurities, plans, and even personal struggles, often to people who haven't earned even a small fraction of that trust. When you reveal everything about yourself too soon, you unintentionally hand over control of your emotions, your decisions, and even your future to others. People start to know exactly what triggers you, what motivates you, and what hurts you. Once they have that knowledge, they can influence your choices, manipulate your reactions, and shape your behavior. Machiavelli, the master of understanding human behavior and power, called this leverage. Information is power. The less people know about you, the more control you maintain over your own life and energy. The more you reveal, the more vulnerable you become. This is why it is crucial to share slowly, intentionally, and selectively. Don't hand over your entire world at once. Instead, let people learn the deeper layers of who you are over time. By revealing only fragments, you maintain a sense of mystery that naturally commands respect. Observation is the other side of this coin. When you speak less and reveal less, you create space to truly watch and understand others. You notice patterns in their behavior, see their motives, and pick up on subtle cues that others miss. While people are busy revealing everything about themselves, you are quietly learning, understanding, and preparing. This gives you an advantage in every interaction, personal, professional, or social. Being hard to read makes you harder to manipulate. Mystery itself carries weight. People respect what they cannot easily predict or control. When someone knows less about you, they approach you more carefully, measure their words, and think twice before crossing boundaries. You create a subtle aura of authority and self-control simply by holding back, observing, and not oversharing. The key is balance. You do not become cold or unreachable. You remain human, approachable, and kind. But you keep the core of yourself guarded, only letting those earn access to the deeper parts of your mind, your plans, and your heart. Over time, this selective sharing makes you stronger, wiser, and more respected. People instinctively understand that your time, energy, and trust are valuable commodities, not to be taken lightly. In a world where most people overshare and make themselves predictable, the person who reveals less and observes more stands out as powerful, confident, and in control. This is a simple but often overlooked truth. Mystery commands respect, and observation builds power. 5. Stay calm when others expect you to break. One of the most powerful traits a person can have is the ability to remain calm under pressure. Yet most people fail at this. When situations become tense or others try to provoke a reaction, many crack. They yell, panic, argue defensively, or emotionally collapse. And the moment people see how easily you lose control, their perception of your power diminishes immediately. Once respect is lost, it is hard to regain, because people no longer view you as someone steady, reliable, or strong. Staying calm does not mean that you accept disrespect, unfair treatment, or poor behavior. It does not mean you are passive, weak, or indifferent. Instead, it means that you refuse to react impulsively. You choose how and when to respond. You understand that losing control gives your power away to others. Every angry word, every rushed decision, and every emotional outburst reduces your authority and allows others to influence you. Calmness, on the other hand, creates quiet strength. So how do you cultivate this calmness? Start with the basics. Breathe deeply. Simple conscious breathing slows your heart rate and gives you space to think clearly. Next, pause before responding. Even a few seconds of silence can make a huge difference. It prevents you from saying something you might regret and signals to others that you are measured and in control. Speak slowly and deliberately when you do respond. Or, in some cases, choose to say nothing at all. Silence is a statement in itself. It communicates more than words often can. People who remain steady during chaos naturally become anchors. In any stressful situation, people look around for someone to stabilize the environment. That anchor, the calm, composed person, becomes the point of reference. Others begin to rely on their judgment, respect their decisions, and treat them with greater care. Calmness under pressure is not just a personal skill. It is a magnet for respect and influence. Developing this trait requires practice. Start with small situations, minor annoyances, small conflicts, or unexpected changes, and consciously choose calmness over immediate reaction. Over time, it becomes second nature. When you consistently maintain composure, people notice. They start thinking twice before testing your patience or pushing boundaries. You create a reputation of unshakable stability, which is far more powerful than loud words or aggressive displays. In a world where most people react impulsively and emotionally, the one who stays calm stands apart as confident, controlled, and undeniably strong. This calm presence not only protects your energy, but also commands respect without saying a single word. Remember, the person who is steady in chaos becomes the one others turn to, follow, and respect, the true anchor in any storm. 6. Speak with intention. Not volume 1 of the most common mistakes people make is thinking that speaking more or speaking louder gives them power and influence. In reality, talking too much often destroys your authority. When someone dominates a conversation with constant noise, sharing every thought, opinion, or detail, their words quickly lose weight. People stop paying attention because there is too much to process, and nothing feels important. Words become cheap when they are overused. Influence is not about quantity, it's about quality. Speaking with intention means that every word you say has a purpose. You do not speak to fill silence or to impress. Instead, you speak deliberately, thoughtfully, and calmly. Each sentence is chosen carefully, measured to convey meaning and impact. People notice this difference. When your words are scarce but purposeful, others lean in to listen, giving your ideas full attention. They remember what you said because your words feel valuable. Your voice becomes a tool, a signal of authority, confidence, and control, instead of just background noise. Intentional speaking also reflects self-control. When you take the time to think before you speak, it shows that your mind is deliberate and your energy is focused. You are not reacting impulsively or giving away unnecessary information. This restraint automatically commands respect because people recognize that your words are considered, not careless. Scarcity creates value. The fewer unnecessary words you use, the more weight every word carries. Another benefit of speaking intentionally is that it prevents manipulation. People who overshare or speak excessively often reveal their thoughts, emotions, and plans, giving others opportunities to influence them. By speaking carefully, you protect your power and maintain control over your interactions. You guide conversations subtly, without aggression or noise, and your influence grows naturally. Calm, deliberate speech also builds presence. When you speak with intention, people sense confidence, intelligence, and clarity. Your voice becomes magnetic. Others naturally listen, follow, and respect your ideas. They start to associate your calm, precise communication with authority. In contrast, those who speak loudly or too frequently are often ignored or dismissed, no matter how much knowledge or insight they have. In a world full of chatter, over-explaining, and impulsive talking, speaking with intention is rare and powerful. Every word you choose, every pause you take, and every sentence you deliver carefully shapes how people perceive you. Your voice is no longer just sound. It is a tool that commands respect, influences minds, and leaves a lasting impression. 7. Make decisions slowly. Execute swiftly. One of the key traits of powerful and respected people is the ability to think carefully before acting, but then execute with speed and precision. Impulsive individuals often appear weak or unreliable because their actions seem hasty, unplanned, and unstable. When people act without thinking, they not only make mistakes but also signal to others that their judgment cannot be trusted. Conversely, someone who takes time to evaluate a situation and then acts decisively creates an impression of strength, intelligence, and control. Making decisions slowly does not mean being indecisive or passive. It means observing quietly, gathering information, considering different options, and weighing the potential outcomes of each choice. When you take the time to think, you avoid mistakes, reduce risk, and maintain authority. This careful analysis shows that you are deliberate, aware, and in control of your actions. People notice this calm, calculated approach and instinctively respect it. The next step is execution. Once you have analyzed and chosen the best path, act swiftly and cleanly. Do not hesitate, over-explain, or show uncertainty. Your movement should be confident, precise, and deliberate. The contrast between patience in planning and decisiveness in execution is what creates quiet intimidation. Others sense that you're not reactive, you're strategic. Your actions carry weight because they're calculated, not random or impulsive. This approach also communicates control over yourself and your environment. People respect what feels planned, intentional, and inevitable. When they see someone pause, consider, and then move with confidence, they recognize the skill, discipline, and authority behind each action. It discourages challenges because people understand that your choices are purposeful and backed by thought or not emotion. Furthermore, slow decision-making with fast execution protects your energy. You avoid wasting effort on poor choices and maximize the impact of every action. You also prevent others from manipulating you, as impulsive behavior often leaves openings for exploitation. By observing first and acting decisively later, you maintain both control and influence. In essence, this combination of patience and swift execution is a silent form of power. You do not need to announce your intentions or prove yourself with words. Your careful planning and confident actions speak for themselves. People naturally respect what feels calculated and inevitable, and they quickly learn that challenging you is risky. This skill, simple in concept but powerful in practice, is one of the most effective ways to earn quiet respect and create influence without aggression. 8. Let your actions speak louder than words. One of the most powerful ways to gain respect and influence is to focus on action rather than words. Words are cheap. Anyone can make promises, boast about plans, or give advice. But words without follow-through mean nothing. Execution, on the other hand, is priceless. It is tangible, visible, and undeniable. People notice results far more than intentions. If you want to be respected, your behavior must consistently align with your standards, your commitments, and your values. When your actions match your words, you build credibility. Your boundaries are respected because you enforce them consistently. Your commitments are taken seriously because you deliver without excuses. Your results show your capability and dedication, making others realize that you are someone who can be trusted and relied upon. You do not need to explain yourself constantly or justify your choices. You do not need to boast or seek validation. Your consistent actions do all the talking. Consistency is key. One-off successes may impress temporarily, but consistent performance earns lasting respect. People start to stop testing you because they understand your limits and see that your standards are firm. When someone realizes that you always deliver, that you always uphold your principles, and that you act according to your own rules rather than bending to pressure, they begin to treat you differently. They approach you with more care, think twice before challenging you, and acknowledge your authority. Another important aspect of letting actions speak is silence in communication. You don't need to explain every decision or justify your every move. People respect someone who acts decisively and quietly. Words often dilute power. Action strengthens it. When your results become visible and consistent, your reputation grows without needing attention or praise. People naturally take note of your reliability, skill, and discipline. Letting your actions lead also protects your energy. You spend less time talking, defending yourself, or proving worth. Instead, your energy goes into doing meaningful work, achieving results, and maintaining your standards. This creates a cycle where your presence, behavior, and results continuously reinforce respect. In essence, actions are the true measure of power. People may doubt your words, but they cannot ignore the impact of your consistent, deliberate actions. When you make your behavior reliable, disciplined, and results-driven, respect becomes automatic. Your influence grows silently and steadily, leaving no room for doubt or manipulation. Those around you naturally recognize your strength and authority, all because you let your actions speak louder than words. 9. Make presence felt without trying. One of the most powerful forms of influence comes not from words, achievements, or loud displays, but from the quiet force of presence. The most respected and powerful individuals do not need to announce themselves or demand attention. When they enter a room, people notice a subtle shift in energy. Something changes, and everyone becomes aware of their presence, even if they don't understand exactly why. This is the essence of true personal power. Presence without effort. Presence is not about showing off or being aggressive. It is about knowing yourself, being comfortable in your own skin, and radiating calm confidence. People who have presence do not seek approval, nor do they need to control the room with words or actions. They carry a quiet authority that naturally draws attention. This comes from self-awareness, self-control, and inner strength. When you know who you are and what you stand for, your energy communicates this automatically, and others respond accordingly. Your posture is an important part of presence. Standing or sitting with confidence, upright, relaxed, and poised communicate strength and self-assurance. Calmness is equally critical. A person who remains composed in any situation, who does not panic, overreact, or fidget, creates a sense of stability that others are drawn to. Silence is another powerful tool. You don't need to fill every space with words. Quiet individuals often hold more power because their thoughts, intentions, and potential are not fully revealed, making others pay attention when they do speak. Self-control is the final piece. Managing your emotions, reactions, and impulses shows that your energy is deliberate and measured. When you cultivate these traits, people start adjusting their behavior around you. They speak more carefully. They think twice before challenging you, and they instinctively respect the space you occupy. Your influence is felt in subtle ways before you ever say a word. People follow your lead not because you demand it, but because your presence communicates authority, confidence, and stability naturally. Making your presence felt without trying also protects your energy. You don't need to compete, show off, or perform. Instead, your energy does the work for you. You create quiet respect and authority simply by being aware, composed, and intentional with your behavior. Over time, this presence becomes part of your reputation. People remember how you made them feel in your presence, calm, cautious, or inspired. And this leaves a lasting impression far beyond any words you could say. In today's world, where attention is often bought or forced, true presence is rare and magnetic. Those who possess it command respect effortlessly. Their influence is silent, steady, and undeniable. This is the kind of power that lasts, the kind that shapes rooms, conversations, and interactions without a single word spoken. Final message. You've just learned 9 ruthless tricks to earn quiet respect. Not through yelling, not through begging, not through trying to be liked, but by controlling your time, your silence, your emotions, your actions, and your presence. Respect is rare today because most people give their power away without realizing it, but you won't. From today forward, you move like someone with options, someone with limits, someone with a silent gravity that cannot be ignored. Drop this in the comments. Fire. Quote, "I am not soft anymore."